And we are back here on Open, here to talk a little bit more about the new jail system reform, what is going on in his district. We welcome now Councilmember Andy King. There is some new jail reform, and he recently held a press conference, and so we got him here in the studio to talk a little bit about that. And Councilmember, good to have you.
Good to be here.
Let's talk about this here. I mean, you were leading the forefront. First of all, you were really upset about some of the things that happened recently at the correction facility. Bring us up to speed with where things are.
Well, on September 20th, I'm the chair of the Juvenile Justice Committee for the City of New York. And at their hearing, ACS testified along with corrections, along with 371 and advocates about how do we implement raise the age, which was due to go into effect October 1st. The city stood before us, took an oath, swear that they were telling us the truth, that they will be ready. That means the youth specialist workers, corrections who were partnering up with them, as well as all the pieces of the structure that would be ready by construction. Every design was going to be completed. October 1st comes, they are not prepared. They are not ready. There are fights. There are brawls. There are correction officers getting hurt. There are young people getting injured. Programming not in place the way they said it was going to be in place. So yes, yesterday we went out there again to see where they have progressed to. We're still not happy due to the fact that when we looked at the environment, we still find an environment that still imitates Rikers' environment. And until you get the youth specialists in there who are ACS workers, you will still have a Rikers environment. We're asking ACS to be forward. My colleagues in government, we held this tour yesterday as a committee and put it there, calling out the city again. It's not like, you know, we didn't say that you weren't wrong. We're saying that you are wrong. Because at the end of the day, when we had the committee here, we saw that you were not ready. And we asked you to go ahead. We sent a letter. The committee, we sent a letter to the governor and to the mayor asking for an extension so Horizons could be ready, so programming could be in place. The city had the right and the power to call on the state and say, we're not ready. Can we get an extension? The city chose not to do this. This is where politics gets in the way of servicing New Yorkers.
Let me walk into Horizons a little bit, because when that brawl occurred, obviously you and many others were out front, very incensed about the fact of what was going on behind closed doors. When you walk behind closed doors, give us an inside look as to what did you see?
We saw, the first time I walked in after the brawl happened, I saw a palace of sheetrock. Whoa, wait a minute. You told me that you were ready. Why am I seeing construction materials inside right when you walk into the lobby area? Why is the gymnasium not ready? Why is the outdoor space filled with trucks and all kind of equipment to prepare and still correct and fix the building? These are the things that should have been in place before you move children off of Rikers into this facility that was supposed to give them a new life learning experience so they can assimilate back into the neighborhoods. You were not ready. You didn't provide the proper program, let alone you don't have the staff. This was supposed to be a merger, creating a new system with the Department of Correction, more importantly with ACS taking the lead, so that young people, when they leave Rikers, leaving the correctional system, they don't feel like they're going back into another correctional system. Only people that were there when they showed up on day one was correctional officers. So what did you do different than what was on the Rikers? You didn't do anything different. The problem that we have, and my colleagues have, and the committees have, and even the speaker joined us, is that you can't be you're not being forthright with us. That's all we're asking. Tell us the truth so we can find out solutions on where we are. But if you're going to tell me, oh, I'm apples, but we need to make a decision because you have no oranges, we know nothing about the oranges. That's how they've messed it up. And we keep calling on the city right now after yesterday, say, you got to be better. You got to be accurate. You got to tell us the truth. So if we got to put finances someplace or help you hire more folks, then let's do so. Let's work this as a team. Because at the end of the day, it's the young people who've transitioned out of Rikers that we say we're going to treat you as 16 and 17-year-olds who are still learning. They're the ones who get hurt in the process of other adults messing it up.
Since you went public, have you heard anything in response from the city?
The city has not responded as regards to any extensions because they denied having an extension. They never came back to us. But even right as we spoke yesterday, they're telling us that we need to hire more workers. Well, you could have told us that you had 18 months to put workers in place. You chose not to start the process to 7, 8 months after the law was passed. Shame on you. It's okay if you say, we're sorry, we didn't get it right. Now we can move forward, but to stand before each committee and just deny and just act like everything is okay when everything is not okay, shame on you. And we're going to look to hold people accountable who come in and take an oath. And if you lie on the record, then we're going to hold you accountable to that.
Which leads into my final question, where do we go from here?
Well, where do we go from here is making sure that we hire more workers. There's a more transparent conversation of truth from the administration with the city council, and we got to help our young people understand their new reality. Your reality, we put you in we put you in Horizon and Crossroads to treat you, to get you right back on the back in society, be a functional 25-year-old. You're not going to be 16 and 17 forever. So how do you change the behavior that got you here from the first place? That's what it is, making sure that we have programming, the education system that's inside that system continues to function well, but it's the other piece of having the ACS worker there, the youth specialist worker all the time when there's not programming, who interacts with these young people. It's supposed to be the youth specialist, but they're not in the room. So now you've taken and given it to the corrections officer, who are police officers. They're not psychologists and sociologists. That's why you have the mess up that's going on right now. We're going to keep praying, we're going to keep staying dialogue, and we're going to keep having oversight.
All right, Councilmember Andy King, thank you for coming up here and bringing us up to speed on it. We'll continue to follow the story.
Yes,
Definitely we'll check back in with you.
Appreciate it.
All righty, taking a quick break. We got more open. Stay with us. We're coming right back right after this.